Well, good morning, everybody. It's Pam. Thanks for joining me. I was requested to do a quick video on how I do my Bible study. So let's jump in. In my planner, it is basically a conglomeration of various things that I've seen from people that have inspired me on YouTube and Pinterest. And so I use DIY fish for planning, and I use some aspects of bullet journaling, and I love several different people on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest for that. I've also done art journaling and Bible journaling. So in my planner, it has turned out to be kind of a, as I said, a mishmash of all those things. In December in particular, I decided to be a little less structured with how I do my planning, but I still do my Bible study on the right-hand side. So today, Saturday, December 3rd, here is my Bible study page, and it was specifically on Hebrews 13 verses 15 and 16. So what I do, here's my Bible. Let me just put it up here like this. Okay, so here's my Bible, and with a yellow highlighter, I happen to use one that's for these thin pages in a Bible that doesn't bleed through. It's a Bible highlighter. I was reading through and I highlight the areas that mean something to me, and then I read the corresponding Bible study notes. This is an NLT, New Living Translation study Bible. And so when I find something that speaks to me, I read more about it, and I'll highlight also the areas that really apply to me today in my life. And keep in mind, I might read this, a month from now, 2 years from now, and get a completely different meaning out of it. And I believe that's how the scriptures work. They speak to you depending on the season of your life or the life situation that you are experiencing for that moment. So today, this is what spoke to me. And let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys can see better. What spoke to me specifically was this verse. Therefore, let us offer through Jesus a continual sacrifice of praise to God, proclaiming our allegiance to his name. And don't forget to do good and share with those in need. These are the sacrifices that please God. This applies to my life right now, in that, part of my whole planning, I've explained in previous videos, was doing the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I highly recommend that. And also doing Living the Level 10 Life. And that is to assess your life and basically rate it and then determine how to get to the next level. And part of that is identifying your monthly goals. And for me, it was improving my relationship with God, and part of that is living in a life of attitude, and not a life of attitude, living a life that is of gratitude, and that I also call that having an attitude of gratitude. So and part of that is also doing random acts of kindness and making someone's day. And I literally put that in my tracker because it's a constant reminder to demonstrate God's love and be compassionate and understanding. Because it's in our natures as human beings to be self-serving. So I think we have to put that foremost in our minds, to think of others as first as well, and be kind. And part of that is those acts of kindness and helping others. I think the best part is when they're not even witnessed by other people, and that's where the second part comes in. Let me zoom more. But a sacrifice of praise today would include thanking Christ for his sacrifice on the cross and telling others about it. Now, I'm not an evangelist type of person. That's not my gift, but I am thankful every day in my prayers for everything. That's part of living a life of gratitude, being continually thankful for what we have instead of concentrating on what we don't have. And then acts of kindness and sharing are particularly pleasing to God, even when they go unnoticed by others. So, of course, that spoke to me at this season of my life. And right here, God works in us to make us the kind of people that would please him. And he equips us to do the kind of work that would please him. That spoke to me because, when you're looking on Instagram and YouTube and Pinterest, it's easy to start comparing yourself to others and thinking you're not good enough, or whatever it is you're doing is not good enough, or nobody would like that, etc. So, that's a constant struggle, especially when you start sharing what you're doing on YouTube. So this spoke to me as well today. So the next thing I do, because if you follow me, I plan my day out kind of as I go, but I might decorate ahead of time. So I've already it just keeps going really. I'm sorry about the zooming in and out. I was trying to do just a little bit, but it keeps doing a lot. And now, all right, well, we're stuck here because this is where it's going to go. So anyway, so I already had the colors for the day predetermined for me because I did it a few days ago. So all I do is I take them out my journaling page. This is what I journaled today. And I write, the first thing I do is I take a couple of markers, and I use various things. My favorites are the friction pens, Frixion, because they are ink and they come in a variety of colors, but you can erase them. And I make mistakes writing all the time, and all I can say is I am so thankful for friction pens, because I don't like to have line throughs and strikeouts and all that kind of stuff in my journal. So anyway, I take a pen, color of choice, and the very first thing I do is I write the scripture itself that is speaking to me. And as I'm writing, I'm thinking about it. I'm a very visual, tactile learner, which means I learn by seeing and doing. If I were to just read this, I might retain a little bit of it and maybe the idea, but not really. I mean, it doesn't go into my brain and stay there even conceptually until after I've written it down. That's why I do my daily Bible journaling. So I write down the scripture. I'm kind of thinking and meditating on it as I'm writing it, of course, and how it applies to me in my life. That just comes naturally. I don't have to make myself do that. I've tried a million times in my lifetime to do meditation, and meditation doesn't work for me. My mind, I'm a little ADD. I'm a lot ADD, and I've learned over the years different strategies that work for me. And so writing helps me concentrate. When I attend meetings, I'm usually, if I'm not on my computer taking meeting notes, and that's just purely so I can remember, I won't remember. I could walk out and 10 minutes later I'll forget, what the meeting was about. So for work, I do everything on my computer. I use OneNote, but at home, I write. So I write the scripture, I'm thinking about it, and then comes the journaling part. And the journaling part may involve completely rewriting what I've read in the study Bible notes just because it is pertinent and it makes sense. Or it might involve starting out that way and then I incorporate my own thoughts into that. Or it might just be strictly my journaling of my personal life as it applies to this particular verse. And that's really it, guys. I mean, there's nothing special about what I'm doing other than what works for me is having this Bible journaling page in my planner and constantly reminding me on a daily basis to read my scriptures and to meditate on them and learn from them. And then once we learn from them, applying them in our daily lives. Well, that's it. I hope you find that helpful and even inspiring in your daily walk with the Lord. I am not an evangelical type person at all, and wouldn't have even posted this if I hadn't been asked to. So I hope it works for you, and if you have any other requests from me, please feel free to include them in your comments. I try to always respond to the comments and comply with any requests that are made of me. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your joining me today, and I wish you a very wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.